thought it was just another fair. He was wrong. Cape Town, June 14th, 2022. The city breathed in a way that night could feel, alive with whispers. Streetlights flickered as if exhausted, casting erratic shadows that clawed at walls, trees, and pavement. The wind tore down from Table Mountain, carrying salt from the ocean, smoke from distant fires, and something darker, something that seemed to breathe with him, following him. Dogs barked at nothing and then fell silent. The silence was worse than the noise, pressing into Jethro's chest like a fist. Footsteps echoed in the distance, too measured to be casual. Every corner, every alleyway, felt like it harbored eyes. Waiting. Watching. Judging. Jethro Maseko sat slumped in his Toyota Avanza, muscles stiff, eyes burning, every nerve screaming for rest. One last fare, he told himself. 10 minutes. Maybe 15. Then home to Mitchell's Plain. His daughters had texted him hours ago, asking when he would be back. He had promised candles if the lights went out again. But the city tonight didn't want him home. A figure emerged from the shadows. Tall, hooded, face obscured, movements deliberate and precise, terrifyingly calm. One hand lifted, not a greeting, not a wave, but a command. Jethro froze, a cold spike of fear drilling into his chest. Something in the man's eyes, cold, calculating, cut straight through him. He unlocked the door anyway. Money was money. Survival depended on small choices. The man slid into the back seat. Not the front. Not a casual seat. Silent. Dangerous. Jethro's heart slammed against his ribs. The engine roared to life, vibrating beneath him. The night seemed to lean closer, shadows pressing against the car as if alive. "Where to, boss?" Jethro asked, voice trembling despite his effort to stay calm. "Hanover Park." "Quick route," the man said, flat, calm, predatory. The usual hum of Cape Town, the laughter spilling from restaurants, music drifting from bars, cars honking, vanished. Darkness dominated. Every street corner felt like a trap. Every flicker of light a warning. Jethro's eyes darted to the rearview mirror. The hooded man didn't blink, didn't move. His gaze stayed fixed on Jethro, unyielding, unreadable. Time slowed. Each heartbeat stretched into an eternity. Shadows deepened, curling and stretching like claws across the interior. "Boss, this road, it's not safe," Jethro said, trying to inject caution into his voice. "Drive," came the calm, final command. He knew the area. Roads like this had claimed lives. People disappeared on paths lined with weeds and broken fences. Some never returned. But metal pressed against his back, cold and unyielding. The danger behind him outweighed the risk ahead. He turned. The road narrowed. Grass scraped the sides of the Avanza. Abandoned houses loomed like silent judges. Windows boarded. Fences sagging. The only sound was the low hum of the engine, until a click behind his ear froze him. Metal pressed against his spine. The unmistakable snap of a gun's safety. "Do not speak unless I speak first," the man whispered, voice barely audible, slicing through the silence. Jethro's legs quivered. His hands shook. Breathing slow. Panic could get him killed. The vehicle stopped beside a rusted fence. Tall grass rose like silent sentinels, swallowing the edges of the path ahead. No houses. No lights. No escape. Only darkness. "Switch off the engine. Leave your phone. Step out," the man ordered. Jethro's knees buckled. "Boss, please. I have kids. Take the car. Take anything. Just don't hurt me." "No one wants your car," the man replied, calm, almost bored. He pressed Jethro forward. Damp earth smelled sharp. Far off, voices drifted, ghostly, ominous. Two figures emerged from the reeds. Scarface, tall, a long scar running down his cheek, eyes glinting in the moonlight. The bag carrier, small, slinking, every step accompanied by the clink of something metallic. Predators in the dark. "Is that him?" Scarface asked. "No." "Driver," the hooded man said. "Why bring a driver?" the bag carrier demanded. "He saw my face at the station," the hooded man replied. Jethro's stomach dropped. He had never seen these men before. He wanted to scream. Fear locked his mouth. His heart thumped so loudly he was certain they could hear it. Scarface stepped closer, inspecting him as though he were a damaged object. "We don't need extra bodies here. Where is the target?" "He walks this path nightly after shift. Tonight, he doesn't make it home," the hooded man replied. "And the driver?" Scarface asked. "Loose end. Must go." Jethro fell to his knees. "I didn't see anything. I won't talk. Just let me go." Footsteps approached. "Come." Deliberate. A young man appeared, backpack slung, earphones in, oblivious to the trap. Seconds from death. Jethro's fear twisted into desperation. He thought of his daughters, their tiny hands, laughter echoing in his memory. He could not die. Not tonight. Not here. A half-buried piece of concrete became his lifeline. He whispered a prayer, then swung it hard at the hooded man's knee. The man grunted, stumbling, and the gun fired. The bullet missed by inches, slicing through the night. Birds erupted from the trees in a deafening frenzy. Scarface grabbed him by the collar. Jethro twisted free, adrenaline fueling his limbs. The young target ran. Gunmen chased him, bullets snapping through branches, whistling past leaves. Jethro scrambled toward the fence. His foot slipped. Rust tore into his leg. Blood ran hot and sticky. He climbed, ignoring the pain. The hooded man crawled after him, gun shaking in his hand. "Stop!" the man shouted. A gunshot rang from the road. The hooded man fell. Police arrived, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. Scarface fired, missed, then collapsed. Bag carrier vanished into the reeds, swallowed by shadows. Paramedics treated Jethro. His teeth chattered. Shock gripped him tighter than the cold. "You acted fast. You saved a life," an officer said. "These guys have been taking people across the flats for months. Taxis were their traps. You walked into something most people never see." He reached home at 3 a.m. His wife opened the door. Gasps, tears, clinging hands. The daughters woke, rubbing eyes, small voices trembling. He hugged them silently. How could he explain? The fear, the gun, the shadows swallowing him whole? Weeks passed. Sleep refused him. Sudden noises made him jump. Footsteps behind him made him spin. He avoided night shifts. He refused passengers with hoods. Mirrors constantly checked. Interior lights always on. Every dark street corner became a potential trap. The flats whispered stories. Some called him brave, some lucky. Jethro felt neither. He was fractured. He had crossed into a world criminals moved through. Silent, precise, lethal. Police dismantled the crew. Arrests made. But for Jethro, no victory. The night stayed with him. The hooded man's calm, cold eyes burned into memory. Cape Town's beauty remained. Table Mountain, Camps Bay, the waterfront, all untouched. But the flats held a different rhythm. Danger, invisible yet present, waiting for the wrong choice, the wrong passenger, the wrong night. Every time he passed Darling Street, he felt the weight of that night. Vendors shouted. Taxi marshals argued. People laughed. But shadows lingered in his chest. The hooded man's hand. The silence before the gun. The thought he might never see his daughters again. Life went on. He drove taxis. Supported his family. Moved forward. But fear became his shadow. Always waiting. Always watching. The wrong passenger at the wrong time could change everything. Jethro knew. He had survived. But the night was still alive. If you want more stories that make your heart pound from the first second to the last, stories that hold you in suspense and terror, subscribe, like, and comment below.